What is it that makes crazy people like us take a glass box, fill it up with water, and put live fish in it? Well, we all have our own reasons for this madness, but in today's 10 Things episode, Lisa and I thought we would share our top 10 reasons why we keep fish. If you appreciate what we're doing and you want to see us continue to progress, consider supporting us on Patreon. I'll put a link down in the description. We're gonna do a whole lot of really fun things over there. We're trying to create some excitement over there, a completely different experience than YouTube. So head over there, check it out, and if you want to support what we're doing, maybe become a patron. We'll have a lot of fun. So with all that said, here are Lisa and I's top 10 reasons why we keep fish. Life sucks sometimes. Whether it's your boss is a jerk, there's too much traffic, or the inevitable too much month left at the end of the money. Having something that we can use to escape from that, to get away from all of that stress and focus our attention on something more positive is absolutely critical for all of us, especially me, in helping me to just not want to jump off of a bridge. Yes, I know fish keeping has its own causes for stress, but it's different because with fish keeping, we're trying to provide the best life possible for these living things. And if things go wrong, it's a quest to make those things right. It's different. It's a different kind of stress than what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. It might not always be perfect, and yes, fish keeping can certainly be stressful. It's absolutely been for us the last few weeks, but you know what? It is a wonderful escape from life, and for that, I am forever grateful, and this is why I will always be a fish keeper.
So one of my reasons for getting into fish keeping was because of John. He came home one day and said, you know, I'm thinking about getting a 125-gallon tank. So I was pretty clueless as far as what he meant by a 125-gallon tank. So you can only imagine my face when he came home with a 125-gallon tank. I was like, okay, so what do you do with that? You get involved. You get involved with fish keeping. And that's what I ended up doing. I decided I was gonna get involved with fish keeping because, hey, if I'm gonna have a 125-gallon tank in my living room, I'm gonna be a part of this. I'm going to have some kind of say-so, right? Well, all it took was John to take me to a fish store one time, and I ended up buying my very first fish, and it was an arowana. And one of the things I can honestly say about this hobby is that I enjoy spending time with John. I enjoy talking about fish with John. We talk about YouTube. We talk about everything fish related together. We don't always agree, and we do have our moments where we go back and forth because we disagree as far as certain things go in this hobby. But the most amazing thing about it is having my best friend to share it with. So that's one of my reasons for getting into this hobby.
I'm not an artist, but I kind of always wanted to be. I am absolutely fascinated by the creative process. No matter what it is we're creating, I just love watching things be created, and I love trying to create things myself. Taking something that's kind of drab and boring and making it into something beautiful is something that always excites me. Keeping an aquarium is something that's allowed me to be creative and always have an ongoing art project. And the cool thing about it is when you get bored of it and it's no longer exciting, you can just tear everything down and get started all over again. Never-ending opportunities to be creative. I love it. It's fun.
So fish keeping has actually got me closer to other hobbyists. I have met so many amazing people, whether it's through YouTube, social media, a fish club, or going to some kind of fish event. I have met some amazing people that I call friends. I can honestly say that one of the most important parts of fish keeping for me is having those friends to share it with. And one of the coolest things about it is that we learn from each other. I think it's an awesome thing to have friends that share the same passion for fish keeping as yourself. So I have my best friend John, and I have all my friends in the community that enjoy it along with me. We just have so much to talk about. Sometimes we don't even talk about fish, but you know what? It's just fun to have other people that share the same passion as you do. I went to the aquatic experience and I feel like I came home with 25 new friends. Now, I may not talk to them all the time. I may not have a whole lot in common with them other than fish keeping, but that's okay. I've met people of all ages, men, women, just all kinds of different people that really enjoy fish keeping. And that to me is just an awesome thing to be able to share.
So many hobbies have huge communities around them, people who find special interests, and when they find others that share those same interests, they instantly become friends. They have a certain camaraderie to them. Have you seen Harley-Davidson riders? When they ride past each other, they give each other that little wave? Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. The fish keeping community is absolutely massive, and for the most part, this is a group of people that support each other no matter what. They're always willing and always excited to talk about these boxes full of water. When you go for the online stuff, it can be the wild, wild west, but for the most part, when you run into other fish keepers, the one thing they are the most excited to talk about is fish keeping. Local clubs and even people just hanging out at fish stores, they're all ready to talk about this. It's absolutely wonderful, and it's one of the things that drew me to this, that no matter how many aquariums you have, no matter how long you've been doing this, you've got friends out there that just want to talk to you about it and want to share their love for this hobby.
Okay, so one of the things I absolutely love doing is shopping. I absolutely love going to a fish store. I'll ask John, hey, you want to drive up to House of Tropicals? And usually it's, no, I've got this to do, that to do, I've got to edit, mow the lawn, blah, blah, blah. Where I would be like, let's just go. I love shopping for fish. It's so much fun. And sometimes you go and it's just nice to walk around and look at fish. You don't always have to come home with a fish. But I tend to come home with other things. Yeah, you can get into a little bit of trouble when you go shopping at a fish store, but it's so much fun. I love going shopping at a fish store.
So, I mean, I love animals. Okay, I'm just kidding, but well, I mean, I do love animals, but that's not gonna be all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get more involved. All right, let's just move on. 3 dogs, 5 cats, 9 aquariums and counting, 5 kids, and a grandchild. Okay, I know I shouldn't be calling kids animals, but you know what I mean. They're crazy. The point is, my entire life I have been completely obsessed with animals, whether it's hamsters and turtles or fish now or dogs, cats, whatever it is. I've always had a fascination for all living things. They are super fun, and no matter what is going on, no matter how bad your day has been, no matter what kind of mood you're in, when you come home, they're super excited to see you. If you're one of those guys that goes through your personal little spells where you're saying to yourself, nobody appreciates me, nobody respects me, I'm the only person in the world that can hurt their foot while they're sleeping, I'm just a total loser. Is it just me, or do we all have those moments? Having pets of any kind is a great way to get you through those pity parties and those moments where you're feeling sorry for yourself. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they just make me feel good. All living animals put a smile on my face, and that's what it's all about.
Another reason why I like fish keeping, and another reason why I have gotten into fish keeping, is because I have somebody that has taught me so much. Not only has John taught me a lot about fish keeping, I've done a lot of my own research. And something that I've found is that people listen to what I have to say on YouTube. So one of the things I absolutely enjoy about fish keeping is being able to share my experiences with you. I like to be able to let you know what I've learned, what my mistakes were, and hopefully you can learn from what I've done wrong, or maybe from what I've done right. So I've made some mistakes in fish keeping, and you know what? We've all been there and we've all made mistakes. The thing is, I actually can share these mistakes with you, and hopefully I can prevent you from making the same mistake I made. So one of the reasons why I'm into fish keeping and I love fish keeping is because I like to share my knowledge with you. Another reason why I like this hobby is because I learn from other people. They teach me things. I may not have known that you could do this or you could do that, and you know, all of a sudden I read a comment and I see something new, and I've learned from that comment. We can learn from each other. It's great. We're all helping each other out. We're all being a community, and we all love fish, and we're doing this for the greater good. It's awesome to be a fish keeper.
I know it might sound crazy, and it might be one of those things where you need to be in my shoes to truly understand this, but YouTube and being a creator on YouTube is something that has been a game changer for Lisa and I. Not only for the hobby, but it's been a lifestyle changer. It's a life changer. It keeps the creative juices flowing. I'm always thinking of the next project to work on, or the next fish that I should get. What is the next thing that I should do? And when I do that, I can share it on YouTube. It's just a whole other world, and it's something that, like I said, it's changed the game. It's changed everything. I'll be totally honest. If I didn't have YouTube, I would probably have like maybe 1 or 2 tanks right now. There'd be no reason to have more than that. Wait a minute. Before we had our YouTube channel, Lisa and I had 127 tanks in our garage, and we were breeding fish. Well, that's kind of different because that was a business. So yeah, I mean, there are reasons to have multiple fish tanks, but having a YouTube channel to share the love of this hobby with the world is something that absolutely keeps me going. It keeps me motivated, and it's a beautiful thing when you consider that you can share your hobby and your love and passion for this hobby, and it can actually help others. I don't know if there's anything better than that. Thank you, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, for creating this website that allows us to do this, to be a part of something bigger than what's just going on in our fish room. It's a beautiful world that's been created, and I just absolutely love it. I love being able to do what I'm doing right here, right now. Game changer.
I'm not saying this is the main reason why I keep fish, but I have to admit, having a pet that is quiet versus a pet that isn't quiet has its perks. I love the fact that fish are quiet. Maybe you're one of those people that don't like loud noises. Maybe you don't want a dog or a cat or an animal or a kid running around your house making all this noise. Well, a fish, you don't have to worry about that. It's so quiet. Dogs, they can be loud. They bark a lot. You don't have to worry about that with a fish. And cats, they shed. They make noise. Their litter box stinks. But I would still have Rena. Who am I kidding? I love cats. I would have 100 cats if I could have 100 cats, but I would still have my fish too. But just keep in mind, fish are quieter. Fish don't meow. But cats are cute. Hi. And really, a baby? Fish are much quieter than babies. You don't have to worry about a fish waking you up in the middle of the night. You don't have to change a fish's poopy diaper.
Like that fish?
No. Come here. Fish are quieter than teenagers, and they don't talk back. Don't laugh at me.
Can't stop.
Fish don't laugh at you. Then they're quiet and they don't make fun of you and are rude like teenagers. Fish are quieter than teenagers, that's for sure. They don't talk back and they don't laugh at you when you're making a video.
So there you go. Those are our 10 reasons why we keep fish. I know some of Lisa's were similar to some of mine, but that's okay because we all love this for the same reasons, don't we? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it. It's down below. It's free. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time we put up a new video. We're doing videos every week about creating this fish room that you see. We're putting out 10 Things episodes each week, and we go live every Thursday night, Lisa and I. We talk about all kinds of stuff. It's lots of fun. You're not gonna wanna miss out on that. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're not left out. We want you to be a part of this. Like I said, YouTube is a beautiful thing where we can share what we're doing. You don't wanna miss out on that. So thank you once again for watching this, and I look forward to talking to you again next week with another episode of 10 Things that will hopefully be different because everything's kind of up in the air right now with our hard drive situation. But anyway, gotta get it going, gotta put it out for you, and it's been a lot of fun. Thanks one last time for watching, and I'll see you next week.